Hey everybody, it's Jesse coming at you with another Little Wolf podcast. Today I'm going to try something new. I'm working in Unity, as you can see. I'm messing around with their world-building materials and seeing what I can do with it. The reason I'm doing this is because I can see a great potential for video game engines like Unity and Unreal and their potential for building virtual sets for one such as myself. When I worked on Little Wolf the Night Trail, I worked with hand-drawn backgrounds and digitally colored items. I had a crew of artists who helped make the backgrounds, and they did a great job. They really upped the ante in terms of just visual fidelity, so I'm really grateful for them. But it's beautiful, but it's time-consuming. And I'm always looking for ways to optimize the pipeline, to make art easier, not harder. And this is something that I want to explore. So I've messed around with video game engines in the past, Unity and Unreal, and I've seen their world-building tools, and it clicked with me, why not give this a shot? They all boast examples of beautiful landscapes, mountains, rivers, trees, plants, foliage. This is the world of Little Wolf, and so this actually could be right up my alley. So I'm experimenting with it right now. This really looks like an upshot to me. Amongst the other positives, the assets are already built. You know, no modeling on my end. I can either acquire the assets freely or purchase them via their websites, and then just start creating. That's a huge burden that's lifted from me, because otherwise you have to model everything. Every little plant, every little flower, every little tree. That takes a long, long time to be able to build up that sort of asset library. Also, the rendering in these game engines are real-time, unlike the 3D programs, so no longer do you have the huge wait times for rendering. Look development is great because what you see is what you get. You know exactly how it's going to look, and you can tinker with that and tweak it very easily. So that's a huge positive. It helps tell the story in terms of a consistent camera space. In other words, when I turn the camera around, there's a consistency. I don't have to guess as to where everything is. It's right there in 3D. You know, so keeping up that consistency of the story and the visual space, that's a huge plus. That's super helpful for both me and the viewer. And lastly, it's scalable. You know, I mean, I could use this for working on graphic novels, or I could use it for animation. That's extremely powerful, and it gives me a whole lot of versatility in terms of what I can use it for. And again, this is the biggest thing, it's reusable. I can reuse the sets, I can reuse the worlds, and that is going to make production time considerably easier. It's going to simplify things so much that you know, I mean, the possibilities are endless. Or they're not endless, but it allows me to focus on the things that I want to focus on, which is our boy Little Wolf and Silverthorn and the monsters and Whitetail and that sort of stuff. That's where I want my focus to be. So, those are the positives. The drawbacks are it might not match my visual style. If I'm not careful, then the world that I create may look too video gamey, or go the other way and look too photoreal in the case of the Unreal Engine. It's on me to make it blend with my world and my characters, and I might even have to do some post-processing where I do a little bit of cleanup here and there. It'll actually be cleaning down, so to speak, to make it feel hand-painted and to make it feel natural and make it, you know, get rid of the things that make it feel like a polygon-y video game, that sort of stuff. Also, it may take too much time to create these virtual sets. I don't know. This is something that I'm experimenting with right now. There is a learning curve. There is a ramp that I'm, you know, learning as I figure out how to navigate the game engines and how to navigate creating the worlds. But I'm having lots of fun doing it, and I'm learning, and it's not something that is too difficult for me to pick up. You know, it's not unlike working in 3D Studio Max or Maya, or, you know, take your pick, or Blender. So here's another potential issue. What if they don't have the assets that I need? Then I have to model those assets myself. That is a potential setback. I'm probably going to have to model characters' homes, their tools. Those sorts of things are going to need to be modeled by me. You know, there's no way around that. Either that or I'm just going to have to draw them in which case, well, I'd have to draw them in anyways, so I don't see it as a huge setback. I just need to be able to make it all fit into the world. I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to see how it pans out, and I will be sharing the results with you as I go along. But in the meantime, this is a very fun, very exciting creative process. It means all sorts of potential down the road, and I'm really looking forward to trying that out and sharing that stuff with you. So thanks for checking it out, and I'll see you next time.